My name is Sally Wilson, and I am the Center for America's Veterans Admissions Counselor here at Mississippi State. I went to Long Beach High School, graduated there in 2014, and then I went to Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College the Perkinston campus and graduated there in 16. Then came to Mississippi State, graduated here in 2018 with my degree in communication, emphasis public relations. And ever since then, I have worked here, helping with the campus visit program, with the Roadrunners, Veteran Center, so on and so forth. That's a little bit about me. Now I'm going to have Gracie introduce herself. You want to tell a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hey guys. I'm Gracie Burleson. I am from Natchez, Mississippi. I went to a cute little high school there in Natchez. It was a cute little private school. I graduated from there in 2017, and then I went to Itawamba Community College for 2 years. I then came here to Mississippi State my junior year. I am a senior now, majoring in biochemistry. We're real deep into classes these days, so that's really fun, but that's a little bit about me.
Hey everybody, my name is Woolard. I come from Greene County, Mississippi, went to Greene County High School. I then went straight to Jones College, did 2 years there. After graduating, I came here in 2019 to Mississippi State, and I've gotten into the architecture program, and I've been there for a year and a semester. So yeah, we're getting started on our spring semester next year. Really excited about it. Got 3 more years to go.
Last but certainly not least, my name is Ryan Gray. I am from Belmont, Mississippi, where I went to Belmont High School. Went to Northeast Mississippi Community College after that. And then fall 2018, I transferred to Mississippi State University, where I'm majoring in agricultural engineering, technology, and business. Actually graduate a week from today, so the 25th on Wednesday. So it's about time to get a big boy job.
Did y'all always know y'all wanted to go to a community college, or kind of how did that process go?
Coming out of high school, I really wasn't expecting to go to college unless I had a scholarship, because my family is very financial needy. So, but I got a scholarship from Jones College, and I just kind of went there, hit the ground running, did a lot of things, got super involved, tried to get as many scholarships there as possible. And then Mississippi State popped up on the radar whenever I got to a point where I was offered a really good scholarship to come there, and thankful for that partnership with Jones College. It made it really possible. So that's kind of how that started. And if that wasn't there, I don't know really where I would be.
Yeah, so straight out of high school, my original plan was to go to community college. That was the easiest route for me. Go there, get the prerequisite classes out of the way. So therefore, when I did get to Mississippi State, then it wouldn't be a hassle to, take all these extremely large classes with a lot of students, so I could go straight into what I was originally wanting to study. So therefore, that was a plan from the beginning, and I just stuck with it, and here I am now.
Jared, you mentioned something that was a big reason that I came to Mississippi State as well, were the transfer scholarships. So whenever I was graduating high school, I wasn't really aware of how important the ACT and my GPA were in high school in reference to scholarships. As a lot of people might know, I guess I just missed that train. But whenever I was at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, I got all this information about the transfer scholarships to Mississippi State. Was that something that y'all were aware of whenever y'all were in college, or kind of how did y'all find out about the transfer scholarships and all that was offered here?
My parents stressed to me, please try to find out stuff about scholarships. We need as much help as we can get. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, so my parents, I'm the first too, so we have a long way of trying to send kids to college. But anyways, and so they kind of want the kids to figure out things for themselves. So they were please call Mississippi State, figure out what you can do as far as scholarships. And so I just ended up calling the Office of Admissions and just asking. That's kind of how I figured out. Everyone in the office was so helpful. They directed me to different resources and things like that. So that's kind of how I knew about some of the different things, such as PTK from JUCO, things like that.
I know with COVID, there are a lot of virtual things, for example, what we're doing right now. But how have y'all's experience been with maybe some of your classes being face-to-face, some of them being all online?
I can say something because there are definitely some frustrations. For example, right now, y'all are cutting in and out at times, and like things like that can be really frustrating, but we're gonna move past that. And overall, my experience with the online in-person combination has been a great experience. Like, I mean, it's a little weird, but we're all going through the weird times, like professors, students, like faculty, everyone's going through it together. And I can tell that Mississippi State they're trying, and I think that's the best thing that you can do. But with some of my organizations, I'm on campus a lot. I know some people they're pretty much just at home, or they have like one class in person or something. But I mean, all of my professors have been great through the experience. Like, just like what Jared said, some of my classes, I'm like, I really wish this was in person. It would just be a lot easier. But then you can't help it. And so I think everyone's just rolling with the punches, and it's really been an overall okay experience for me, at least.
Like I said earlier, and Gracie said, we are big sports people in community college. And so I know whenever I was looking to come to Mississippi State, I wanted to go to all the athletic events, but I didn't know, like, do I have to pay to go to a football game? Because I've always cheered. So like, I genuinely don't know how to get into a football game, and because I'm always on the sideline. So does anybody want to kind of talk about the athletic events process? Like, do you have to pay for tickets, kind of what that looks like?
So as far as the athletic events go, it's free to get into any athletic event except for football. I know student tickets will usually go on sale before season, of course, and they're a really reasonable price for all the home games. I know you can also buy tickets for away games if that's something you want to do. But so all other sporting events is free to get into. That is one of the great things that I love. You just take your student ID, walk up to the gate, they'll scan it, and then, you walk around on in. It's not like a big timely process where you got to go try to buy tickets from a strange man off the street or anything like that. You can just, use your ID and just walk right in. So it's a great experience to have that. Super fortunate. I know some schools out there, you have to do a bid process, and, you may not even get to go to every game during that season. You may only get to go to half or like 2 or 3. But here we're fortunate enough, we can go to every one of them that we want to.
Speaking of flex dollars, meal plans, did y'all get a meal plan when y'all transferred in?
I didn't, but I wish I did. Because I think I will my final semester here next semester. I probably will, but I didn't when I first came in, just because I was like, I'm living off campus. Like, I'll probably just cook my meals or whatever. But I think I would get a meal plan. I would suggest it if you're gonna come here, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest it for sure. It was beneficial because, I'm always in my studio, and there's a place to eat right across the street, or there's a pod maybe a few buildings over. And like, when I needed something, I could just run and go get it, and not have to worry about, having cash in my wallet on me, just my ID. You just walk in, get what you need, make sure you have the amount of flex that you need, tap, and go. So it's super convenient, especially if you have people visiting. You could take them to the Fresh or the Perry and, use your block. And I think it was one of the best decisions I made my transferring semester in. So,
Ryan, did you get one?
No, and I highly regret it.
Same. I will say, I was talking about this whenever I was thinking about, different questions to ask y'all. I was trying to think if y'all gained more weight transferring in or during the quarantine. And for me, I gained more weight transferring in. People always talk about the freshman 15, but I hit the junior 30. Anybody else?
I most definitely would not go into like my 2-hour soccer practices every day anymore. And so it was more of like a mental, like, okay, no one's forcing you to go do this anymore. So you've got to like be tough, be a big girl, and go exercise and be smart and all that stuff. So it was definitely a little health transition there for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely quarantine. I think quarantine got me because I had a really good schedule going, class, work out, eat right. Then quarantine, I'm back at home. I don't have the amenities that I have up here, and I don't get to work out every day, and it just hit me like a train.
I wish that I would have known my admissions counselor. And I know all that we do as admissions counselors to make sure that the students know about us. But it's also like, people get hundreds of emails every week. And so it's like, if you read something like, hey, I'm Sally Wilson, you're probably not going to open it. But I wish that someone would have told me my freshman year in college, be in Phi Theta Kappa. Like, I like you said, like you had some financial issues. I had, some financial issues. I was not really going to be able to pay straight up for college, without loans, without things like that. And so I went to community college on full scholarship because of cheerleading. So that truly helped me. And then coming to Mississippi State, if that was going to be an option for me, it was loans, saving up money, like doing all those things. And so just even having a lesser amount of loans that I could have taken out by being in Phi Theta Kappa, I still got a great transfer scholarship because my GPA and my hours, but I could have had an additional scholarship. I would have ran for student government president. I would have ran, student body president. I would have been in all of these different organizations that could have gotten me additional scholarships rather than just like the fun organizations, because that really would have helped me. So I'm glad that you had such a great experience with Lauren and with y'all too. Don't y'all wish that we would have had Lauren in our lives? Whenever I first got here, I was scared to ask those questions. I was scared to say, hey, I'm a transfer student. I'm a little bit older than y'all, but I have no idea what's going on. But okay, guys, well, this has honestly been a blast. And if y'all ever need me, I do work in the admissions office. Ryan and Gracie, I do know you. Jared, I feel like I know you now. Y'all need me, y'all know where to find me, but I guess we should all like wave and say Hail State. What do you think? Is that super long?
That's perfect.
Okay, you ready? Gracie's going to be like,
I'm going to be like, Hail State.
Hail State.
I hate it. I'm just over it. It's fine.
Maybe we should just all do it. Everybody just be super awkward and say Hail State. Ready? Hail State.
Hail State.
Hail State. Okay. All right.
I had my cowbell.
I know. All right. Wait. Yeah. Does everybody have a cowbell?
Okay.
I have a pom pom.
Mine's downstairs. I don't have anything.
Oh, where'd Ryan go?
He went to go get his cowbell.
Oh, okay. Got it.
There he is.
I'm not
And
running downstairs. I'm not. It's sorry.
that's okay. Just
Here, I'll flash the logo.
all right. Ready? And go.